Okay, here we go. One more look at the cosine law. This time what we're going to do is we're going to use the cosine law to find an angle. Now the formula is a little different when you're finding an angle. Okay, you're going to use this form right here with the inverse cosine function there. Notice when you look inside here that when you're looking for angle A, up in the numerator here we are subtracting little a squared. Okay, that will always be the case, that this angle here will always be opposite whatever that little side is in there. That's what you're looking for. That's how you connect those two. And then it really doesn't matter what order you put the other two in. Okay, because addition won't matter, order won't matter, and neither will multiplication down here. Now let's say that here's your scenario here. You've got this triangle PQR, and I've got all three sides listed. It should be clear that I can't use the sine law here because I don't have an angle side pair. I don't have any angles, which automatically makes this a cosine law problem. Now let's say I'm being asked to solve specifically for angle P. Well, if I'd liked, what I can do is I can change the labeling on this to fit my equation. Okay. In this equation right here, I've isolated angle A. So if I'm looking for P, let's maybe just call this A. And then we can call Q and R B and C respectively. And it doesn't matter. I could have reversed the order on that. It really makes no difference. What's important is the angle that I'm looking for is the one that I've labeled, which means, okay, 3.1 is little a, little b is 4.1, and little c is 1.7. So now I can come over here. Angle A will be the inverse cosine of b squared, so that'll be 4.1 squared plus c squared, 1.7 squared, minus a squared, 3.1 squared, all over 2 times 4.1 times 1.7. Now, a common place for errors to be made here will be in entering into the calculator, because your calculator will often give you that set of brackets when you start the inverse cosine. What you need to do is make sure that you've put brackets, been very deliberate about this, put brackets around the numerator and around the denominator separately when you enter that in. Okay? But once you've done this, this is really just some calculator work here. Okay, so now, oh great, now my calculator has opted to die on me. So I'm just going to draw a circle right here and do it a few times. Maybe put a little happy face in it until the calculator turns back on. See, here's someone who's happy to do trigonometry. Yay for trig. So happy, hey? Still waiting for the calculator to load. This is what's the, okay, here we go, finally. So now we'll do the inverse cosine. Put a set of brackets up there, 4.1 squared, whoops, plus 1.7 squared minus 3.1 squared. And again, I make sure that that is all inside that set of brackets, divided by, and I put another set of brackets down at the bottom here. Now I can show you what I'm doing on the calculator, but it's the Inspire here, and not everybody's going to have this Inspire. It's a little bit of an odd or a different way of interfacing an interface here. So press enter, and I get that the angle is equal to 43.6 or 44 degrees. Okay, and that's how we would use the cosine law.